So cannoli is this lovely Italian pastry. It's a tube-like shell which you can usually fill with anything. It's generally like sweetened ricotta or even pastry cream. You can go totally wild with your filling. It is deep fried. It's sweet. What is there not to like? Let's get started. To make cannoli, you need 3 cups of refined wheat flour, a fourth of a cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of salt. For your wet ingredients, you need 2 whole eggs, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of plain water, and 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So to get the ball rolling, I'm going to take my ground cinnamon and add it to my sugar. And I'm also going to add the salt to my sugar. Now, get a sifter or a filter and sift in all your dry ingredients. That is your refined wheat flour, along with your sugar, cinnamon and your salt mixture. Now into your sifted flour, break in your shortening or your butter. Make tiny bits of it and mix it into the flour. Now into your flour mixture, make a well and add in 2 eggs which have been lightly whisked. Now comes the crucial part. You want to knead this dough, and you want a dough that is relatively dry and tight. So in your first stage, all you're looking for is to incorporate your eggs completely and get this sort of a crumbly mass. This is the stage where you want to go in with your other liquids, which is your vinegar and your water. But here you want to be extremely careful as to how much liquid you add to your dough. It's best to go tablespoon by tablespoon, which is why I'm going to go in with 1 tablespoon of vinegar and 1 tablespoon of water. I will add in more only if I require it. My dough is beginning to come together, and at this stage I'm going to go in with the rest of the vinegar and I'm going to hold back on the water. Once the dough has firmly come together, transfer it onto a countertop and begin to knead. Before you knead, lightly flour your working surface and knead your dough for at least 15 if not 20 minutes. Here the dough is a little too dry, and so I'm going to go in with a teaspoon of water. After relentlessly kneading your dough for 15 to 20 minutes, you will see your dough has become a lot more shiny and a lot more smooth. Once the dough reaches this consistency, it has to be rested. A minimum of 4 hours will do. If not, if you can rest it overnight, that is even better. My dough has rested for 4 hours, and I'm going to cut it into a smaller portion so it is easier to work with. Using a rolling pin, I'm going to lay this out, and what I am working towards is a 1 millimeter thickness. Now either using a cookie cutter or a glass jar, cut circles out of your dough. So making cannoli requires cannoli tubes, which I don't have. But the genius that I am, I've come up with an ingenious way to get around this problem. I have simply rolled up some aluminum foil, around which I will roll my cannoli. So wrap the cannoli around your rolled aluminum foil and seal it using egg whites. Be careful not to wrap it too tight though. For frying, you need your oil at a medium-high heat. Place the cannoli in the hot oil and leave it away from you. So while frying, do not forget to constantly turn your cannoli around so you get an even browning all over. The frying shouldn't take more than 1 minute. All you're looking for is a dark golden brown color. Look at that. Isn't that cute? You can really fill these with anything you like. Traditionally, they are filled with mascarpone or sweetened ricotta. I'm going to fill these with some pastry cream. What was that? How to make pastry cream? Next episode, pastry cream it is. Meanwhile, dust some icing sugar and your cannolis are ready. Though cannolis are deep fried, they actually don't absorb much oil. They're really light, and even with a lot of filling, they're not too heavy to eat. They make for a lovely light dessert. They're bite-sized. You can go crazy with the size of your cannoli, but generally those are those little bite-sized pieces that are fun to eat. And as I promised, I will show you how to make pastry cream, and I will catch you in the next episode. Till then, like, share, and subscribe.